In 1991, I flew to Teddy Island. The water's turquoise blue and I'm back wild. Living in a jungle and it looks like Thailand. Everybody's gone home, 911 dialing. Met the girl on the plane. Went to Water Island, sweet like sugar cane. The girl was beguiling. Putting lots of gold, you know that I'm styling. Never get...
Welcome to Television Intense TV Talk Show Live. Today we have a very special episode of Television Intense TV. We have a special guest, Mrs. Philip K. Dick will be on today. I'll introduce my first guest. Tessa, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, pretty well. How are you?
Good. I can't see you. Have your thumb over the camera? I think you have your thumb over the camera.
Yeah, well, I was chewing.
Oh, there you are. I see you. So, how are you today?
It's a busy day, but we got connected finally.
Finally, huh? And you know, I used to work with your mother. That's how I found you, right? You know, back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And she's very nice to me. And she was telling me, you know, she said, "What did you do on your vacation?" You know, well, I'm at the Napa State Hospital, right? And I said, "Well, I'm up in the cabin in the woods. I lock myself in and write science fiction books." And she said, "Oh, no, not one of those guys," right? She said, and I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, my son-in-law wrote that, do androids, how do you say it? Do androids dream of robot sheep, right? Which became Blade Runner.
Androids dream of electric sheep.
Electric sheep, which became Blade Runner. And then now they got a new Blade Runner out. And I said, Philip K. Dick, she said his name was, and that he kind of lock himself in the room sometimes and just write, you know, he wrote all these books, science fiction books in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And I thought, well, I'll get him on the show. I didn't know that he had passed away in 1982 before Blade Runner even came out, you know. So my condolences to your husband.
Okay.
This is if you could just tune in, this is Mrs. Philip K. Dick. This was his wife, and his books became Blade Runner, Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, not Terminator.
Confessions, conspired by, yeah, but it would have never been without him.
Minority Report. Paycheck. Second Variety, also known as Screamers.
Imposter.
Next with Nicolas Cage.
Yep. Paycheck.
Yeah. And of course, Electric Dreams.
And
The Man in the High Castle.
A Scanner Darkly.
Radio Free Albemuth is my favorite.
Radio Free Albemuth, and
Albemuth.
And the Adjustment.
It's a star in the sky.
The Adjustment Bureau.
Adjustment Team.
And
his
King of
story
Elves.
was Adjustment Team.
And the King of Elves. And so many TV, stage, radio, comic books, Braille, Comic-Con, music, theater, philosophy contributed too. Because without him, we wouldn't have these movies like Blade Runner and Terminator and Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these guys, you know, right? So and you write
the Matrix.
The Matrix, that's right.
Inspired by his work.
And you know, the only thing I think he didn't do was Star Trek and Star Wars, and he probably contributed to that too, you know.
Well, not directly, because he was not into those. They're really westerns set in space.
Right. Yes, exactly. Star Trek was the wagon train of the 60s.
Yeah, I like them.
Oh, yeah.
But they were not the kind of thing Phil would write.
No. And what was he like to be around?
Impossible. But so am I, so, you know, it was fair.
It worked out good, right?
Yeah. And it's a nice cloudy day with a breeze, but it's still too darn hot.
So what?
I'm in downtown Lake Arrowhead at the Stater Brothers Market,
I love Stater Brothers. I worked there.
getting food for the cat.
I worked at Stater Brothers for a short time, cashiering when they went on strike back in the 80s. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my son was the night manager at Stater Brothers in Fort
Fort Summit.
something on
Yeah.
the coast,
Oh yeah.
way up north.
Yeah.
Fort Bragg.
Oh, Fort Bragg. I didn't even know they had any
Yeah.
up there yet. Yeah. So you write some books as well, correct? And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Of course, the most popular ones are about Phil, but I write more than that.
Yeah. Well, what audience wants to know, and everybody out in the TV land and on the worldwide live streaming and all the social media, what everybody wants to know is, you must be a multi-billionaire right now, right? Isn't that correct?
No,
And didn't Philip K. Dick?
we were divorced, so I did not inherit. And he had 3 children, but even they are not wealthy. They don't get a lot of money.
Where did all the money go?
Hollywood pays Hollywood. They give writers a few crumbs.
They give them a crumb and then they pay themselves. And they
Right.
pay, yeah. It's like here's a millionth of a percent, and the rest is going into production. You know. So yeah, because
Well,
you say
I hear the lady with the car keys.
He's coming up?
I hope she's coming.
'cause
The car has air conditioning.
yeah, it's hot out there. You got to stay cool.
Oh, it's not so bad here. It's about 78,
Yeah.
but we aren't used to it.
Because you were telling me that Philip K. Dick died in almost poverty, right? Because all these, even though all these movies were made, and all these books, and and he was also
lived in poverty, and as soon as he actually had a $1 million payment from the Blade Runner movie,
right.
and then he died before he could enjoy it.
Oh no. And
Yeah.
you know he got awards too, like repeatedly. He got the Hugo Award, the Nebula Award, the John W. Campbell Award.
No Nebula.
British.
He was only nominated for the Nebula.
Oh, was
the
he?
only one he got, let's see, he got the Hugo and the
British Sci-Fi Award, right?
Yeah, there was one, can't quite remember it now. It was in my brain a second ago. But yeah, the major one was, of course, the Hugo.
The Hugo
because
Award.
That's fans. The Nebula is like an Oscar. The other writers vote on it.
Well, you know they just came out with a new Blade Runner movie. I saw it on the
Yeah.
airplane on Virgin Mobile Airlines recently, going to Southern Cal, going to Hollywood.
I liked it, but it has a lot of problems that the first Blade Runner movie did not have.
Right.
They made major mistakes, especially in marketing.
Yes.
Well, there was no point in keeping the plot secret when the original was 35 years ago. There
Right.
aren't that many people who have been waiting 35 years to find out what happens next.
Right. And I saw it on the airplane, but I couldn't really hear it. I didn't have the headphones. They charge extra. They
Oh.
charge extra for headphones, by the way. I tell you, on the airplane.
They just-
I don't know.
you can't use your own?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. I just sat there and watched it. But you know,
Well-
I mean, you should get some money from that, right? Now, do you have
No.
any
No.
you have any nonprofit organizations that you want to promote, like to contribute to? Any fundraisers or anything like that that are nonprofit?
I have a GoFundMe, but it's not a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's a big profit, right? It's a huge profit. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it's a help me keep my house.
Right? I
No,
know.
but I am a member of the Lioness Club, which is part of Lions International,
Right?
the world's largest service organization. And you don't have to have a lot of money to just join up and help
Right?
raise funds. And our focus is on preserving sight. So, of course, we support Guide Dogs for the Blind and the Braille Institute.
Nice.
And all the diabetes things, because, of course, diabetes causes blindness.
Of course.
But we also support City of Hope and Boys and Girls Clubs and so forth.
Oh, good. We're right next door to the Boys and Girls Club here at the Napa Valley TV studios.
Well, if you can find a Lions Club or the Lioness, I prefer Lioness, but both clubs accept both men and women.
And
It's worth joining and pitching in.
and we can give generously to the Lioness.
They have a website. It's probably lionsinternational.com,
Right.
where you can check them out. And you'll see them all usually in front of grocery stores with these little toy white canes asking for donations.
Right.
You
And
want to support your local clubs,
Right.
of course.
and it's a good opportunity and a great charity
Yeah,
as well. Because we
good people doing good work.
Yep.
We just had a yard sale. People donated things for us to sell, and then we sold them, and now we have money to get eyeglasses for school children.
so are you going to be able to keep your house then?
I think so.
Is it the
I
property
have
tax
a
that's high?
I have a dishonest mortgage company that keeps trying to foreclose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my only hope is to refi, but they won't give me a new loan until a couple things are repaired.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I just thought, I thought Philip K. Dick
Well,
would have, not be in such poverty when he passed away. And my condolences in 1982, because I stopped talking to your mom in 1981. I retired from the state hospital in 81, and moved down to the beach. So I really had missed out after that, speaking with her, and I didn't know what had become, everybody,
my friend is here with the car keys.
All right, Tessa. So this is Tessa Dick. This is Mrs. Philip K. Dick, Philip K. Dick's wife, widow, since he passed away in 82. And we'll continue. We'll talk to you after you get in the car. You get comfortable, and we can continue on. We got about 15 minutes. We got some time.
So I'll just shove the phone in my purse and put it away.
Yeah.
While we put the groceries in the car.
I'll let you take a break, and I'll call you back, maybe. Right?
In 1991, I flew to Teddy Island. The water's turquoise blue and I'm back wild. Living in a jungle and it looks like Thailand. Everybody's gung ho, 911 dialing. Met the girl on the plane. Went to Water Island, sweet like sugar cane. The girl was Big Island. Putting lots of gold, you know that I'm styling.
Welcome to Television, and we're back after those brief messages, right? We're back with our second guest, Jarrell. How do you pronounce your name? Jarrell
Parker.
Jarrell Parker. Jarrell Parker. He's a comedian out of V-Town, out of Vallejo, right?
Yep.
Yep, out of Vallejo. So this is our second guest. Welcome to the show, Jarrell. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
Good. All right.
Real good.
All right. Bet. So you do some stand-up comedy? Yeah.
Stand-up comedy. I do stand-up comedy. I write comedy. You see, I do it all.
Nice.
A little acting.
Yeah, you do acting? Yeah.
Yeah. I do a little acting. I do a little acting. I'm on a TV show on YouTube. It's a YouTube TV show we trying to get out there called Protocol.
Protocol? What's the YouTube channel that it come on?
Protocol. It's Protocol 707.
Protocol 7. Is it like one word? Protocol 707?
Protocol 707.
But just like one word, right? Yeah. Because mine's Television 707, just like one word. In fact, I'll put you on it in about an hour after the show's finished, right? I'll have it all uploaded. So this show will be on, it'll be on YouTube, Pinterest, Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, all that, right? And then live streaming worldwide. This probably won't air for a couple months on TV in the Bay Area, but then it'll be also live streaming worldwide. Plus, there's archives. There's like 10 different ways you can watch this.
Okay, cool.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Yeah.
I mean, born and raised out here in Villa, California, man.
Right.
That's it, man. I do comedy. Like my first passion. A lot of people think my first passion is doing stand-up comedy, and it's not. My first passion is honestly just writing jokes. I like writing for people more than I like performing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the funny as hell, I don't know where you come up with this
stuff.
stuff because it's funny as hell. I'm telling you. I mean, just anything you write or comment is like, where does he come up with this stuff? You know, it's like, it's like.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and people like, you know what it is when people, I be talking to people, it's because I say what people think but scared to say.
Yeah, I think so. It's politically incorrect and it's always controversial, right? So,
Yeah.
So yeah,
it ain't a good joke if it ain't got no controversy.
It making a joke about my dead father and somebody. It's like there's no ground that's sacred. It's all covered. Right?
You know what's crazy? Everybody see that I joke. Like I joke about I joke. You see, I joke about my dead relatives. I joke about everything. But if I joke about a dead celebrity, they say I'm going too far. How am I too far if I can joke about my dead mom?
Yeah, exactly, right? And you were laid up in the hospital and in a coma with the tubes coming out and making some kind of joke, and I'm like, what the hell was that about? Right? What was that? What happened there? Was that a a testicle transplant? Was it a testicle transplant?
Man, ball transplant, man.
They put them Super Balls in there, didn't they? From the store that you buy in the quarter.
Ones, man. I think the ones they gave me was a little too big, though. A little tight there. I gotta get some more, man.
You are the biggest balls in town, and I know. I mean, nobody else talks talk shit like that. Man, nobody, right? So yeah.
I had to get the ball transplant, man.
Right. So give me that YouTube channel again. It's Protocol 707 on YouTube.
Protocol 707 on YouTube.
Okay, and I'm going to be Tyler Vision 707 on YouTube. One word, Tyler Vision 707, and then you'll be on that within an hour, I think. I got to go DJ tonight over in Sonoma for a little while. So today's like a 22-hour day, but yeah. So you should come over. You should come over. You should come over here to Napa and be the co-host for this TV show.
Man, I'll come whenever you want me to.
Right here in the studio, in the television studio,
Yeah, whenever you want me to, I'll be there.
You be the co-host.
We were supposed to do it last time, but then that earthquake happened.
Oh yeah. And then I closed down for about 2 years, and I went to the Caribbean. Yeah, I went to the Rastafari. I went down to the Caribbean for
the day before the show was supposed to do it, that earthquake.
And that shut me down. The last show I did, I think, was Ronnie Hudson, Stax record legend, wrote that California knows how to party with Tupac, And he's coming up. He's coming up here again to Napa, hang out. Not if there's a show available, he'll probably do it. But he's not doing anything. He just want to hang out, So he'd be coming back up here from L.A. pretty soon. Yeah, I remember I was trying to hook something up, and then earthquake shut me down, and 2 years we went on hiatus. I was in the Caribbean, and then...
Yeah, living it up.
Yeah. And we were doing it live every week on Monday night. Then now, and for 2.5 years, every Monday night live, and then now it's just like a couple times a month, pre-recorded usually,
Yeah.
So my technical director should come out here and give me some kind of a sign pretty soon saying my time is limited or up or I don't know and shit. But I think I'm doing a show next week on Tuesday. Oh, I got 5 minutes. Cool. Okay, we can still chat.
Next week Tuesday, if you want me to come through, I can come through.
Come through and maybe we'll do some kind of interview. We can interview you live. If not, or we're gonna have you co-host. Do you know a lot about music? Because we get a lot of musicians, and comedians, and we get wrestlers or athletes, world-class athletes. Yeah, hardest punching man in history, and middleweight champion of the world, and Mr. America, and some different guys, and the movie star we got usually was that Willie Hall, and he wanted to do the show today from the Blues Brothers movies. He plays he plays the strip club owner. Remember, Willie. But he couldn't get his laptop working today, so he's not on. He's been on once. He hasn't been on. He wants to be
So
on.
you gotta get him an Apple. He gotta get an Apple laptop.
He asked me, "Can I do it again?" He's only like a little bit older than me. Shit, I'm 61. I can still run a laptop. I mean, you know, doing it right now here in the studio. You can't see it, but you'll see it when it comes on the air. Yeah. So we got about 3 minutes left. You want to do any other promotions? You got any shows coming up or anything going? Anything cracking?
Nah, but I'm helping my folks with his comedy special. Hannibal Thompson is gonna be in San Francisco, I believe, on the I want to say the 23rd. It's either the 23rd or the 26th. I'm getting my dates mixed up.
We'll come in next week and promote it. Yeah, Hannibal Thompson. And where's he gonna be performing at? In the city, San Francisco?
San Francisco, because he's from San Francisco, and this is comedy special, so he's right to do it at home, you know.
Yeah.
And he hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, he's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
So if y'all in San Francisco, go check him out, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all love my comedy, y'all love his comedy.
Right.
Because he rolls.
And what's the name of the place he's opening at? Or he's headlining? Well, we got time because next week we can promote it, right?
Yeah.
Before the show.
I have everything
right before the show,
yeah.
you know, we get the poster and we'll put up the graphics and drop the, you know, all the graphics and good
I
stuff.
got all
you know,
the flyer
like
stuff with me and everything. It'll be but he's hilarious, man.
Hannibal Thompson. Hannibal Thompson. Yeah.
Yes.
And you got any shout outs you want to do? You got kids, a wife, a mistress.
No, they don't deserve a shout out.
They don't get it. They don't get a shout out. You shout out to yourself then, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to shout me out, man.
Jarrell Parker. Yeah.
Jarrell Parker all day. Shout out to Jarrell Parker.
All right. I'm gonna read some of these credits, and also everybody in the live studio audience, they get a new car. You know, just like on Oprah. It's not a very big car. It's a kind of a small car.
But it's new.
And if we have musical guests, they get free
harmonicas.
Free harmonicas and such like that. And oh yeah, I got to do a shout out to my sponsors. I want to do a shout out to thanks to my guests, and we got some headshots we bring out here for later, and also Jarrell Parker, also Mrs. Philip K. Dick, Tessa Dick, whose husband wrote Total Recall, Terminator, and he wrote what was the other one? Blade Runner. So Blade Runner. And then so thanks to our Doc's Trophy Shop, makes these trophies for our musical guests, and Sal's Flower Shop. That's a tongue over here that brings in these flowers every week. Also, I want to say thanks to Emmy Lou's Diner over here in River Park and Hair in Motion. They haven't done nothing. I washed my own hair last night, right? So you guys owe me. No, and then so guests of the television show stay in altered states. Transportation provided by Space Shuttle. We'd like to thank our guests, Mrs. Philip K. Dick, Tessa Dick, and Jarrell Parker out of V-Town, straight over here nearby. He'll be here next week live in the studio, we hope, right?
Next week?
That's it. That's a
ticket. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Unless we have another earthquake.
Yep. So always a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to working with you again next week, unless there's a big earthquake.
Yeah.
So God bless you and yours, and pretty much we're out here, America, until next time, and then we'll run some credits and
1991, I flew to Delhi Island. The water's turquoise blue and I'm back wild. Living in a jungle and it looks like Thailand. Everybody's gone home, 911 dialing. Met the girl on the plane. Went to other islands, sweet like sugar cane. The girl was beguiling. Putting lots of gold, you know that I'm styling. Never gets cold, emerald green on a white sand island. You are beautiful to me. Deadly island, turquoise water, sapphire seas. Went into business with Freddie and the birds, taking pictures with the tourists, making money absurd. Freddie got shot, Freddie's dead, you heard. Right through the heart, and then he said his last words. Me copy Muzin was stop.